Hello class, hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today you guys are going to be coding. So I'm going to show you how to log in, create an account, and what you guys will actually need to be doing. So you're going to first start off probably on Google Classroom. You have a little bit of announcement there, so you're going to go to code.org, we're going to sign in and follow the following steps. So we are, like I said, going to code.org. Now, this site may look familiar to some of you. You may have done this last year or the year before. So when you are here, you're going to click on Sign In. Now, you have a couple of different options here. You can either sign in with an email that you already have created for code.org. So this could be your email from last year with your password from last year if you're in 6th grade. Or you can try your school stuff if you did this with me last year. Easiest way to test that out is on the right hand side here. Click sign in with Google account. When you do that, then it'll either sign you in or tell you that your stuff isn't working. It's kind of going to be up to you. So you are either going to sign in with your school password and old password, school email and old password, or your school email and password that you're using this year, or you can sign up with a personal account. Once you are logged in, I'm going to sign in with my personal email here. That way I can show you what you guys will be looking at here. So it will look like this for you. It'll be in purple here. It'll tell you what you're going to do, but first you need to scroll down. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom here, and it's going to either say your teacher is with a teacher's name, or it'll look blank. If you have a teacher here that is not me, you need to remove that teacher. Scroll back down to the bottom, and you are going to be adding a code in here. Okay, your code will be located on the board, so make sure you are putting in the correct code for your class. So when you locate your correct code on the board, you're going to put that in. So for example, 6th graders are MRSKHC. It'll add your teacher, and it'll actually say Miss Brown added as your teacher. Now I'm able to help you guys out if you do need help and keep track of the work that you're doing. So for 6th graders, you guys are going to have two different options. Now I've assigned you course 1. That doesn't mean that you actually have to do course 1. So course 1 is actually a little bit easier than other courses. Okay, so here are your courses. This is course 1. If you are doing course 1, you are then going to go through all of the activities with numbers that do not have unplugged next to them. So you're not going to do stage 1 or 2, you're going to start with stage 3. So to that, you're going to click on the little one here, and you can watch this video if it pops up. Then it will actually explain to you what you need to do. So for the first stage, you are clicking and dragging and holding and moving it over, and it'll give you a little happy noise. So that's kind of what course 1 is all about. It's making sure things fit together and then moving on to the actual coding later on. However, if you've done coding before and you like coding, or you think you can have a little bit of a challenge there, you're going to actually start with course number 2. It'll actually bring up all of your different course numbers. So just like course 1 had a bunch of different ones, course number 2 does as well. So this is the entirety of course 2. So we are going to start off at stage number 3 on number 1.
Usually programming is all in text, but we'll use Blockly, which uses visual blocks that you drag and drop to write programs. Under the hood, you're still creating code. To start off, we're going to build code for a program that will help this angry bird move through a maze to get to the evil pigs that stole its eggs. Blockly is split into 3 main parts. On the left is the bird's maze, where your program will run. The instructions for each level are written below the maze. This middle area is the toolbox, and each of these blocks is a command that the bird can understand. The white space on the right is called the workspace, and this is where we'll build our program. If I drag the move block to our workspace and press run, what happens? The bird moves forward 1 box on the grid. And what if I want the bird to do something after the move forward on 1 box? I can add another block to our program. I'm going to choose the turn right block, and I'll drag it underneath my move block until the yellow arrow appears. and then I'll drop it and the two blocks will snap together. When I press run again, the bird will perform the commands that are stacked from top to bottom on our workspace. If you ever want to delete a block, just remove it from the stack and drag it to the trash can. After you've hit run, you can always hit the reset button to get the bird back to the start. Now let's get those pigs.
So what we're going to do is now we're going to start off with some coding. So we're going to move this bird to this pig. So you have to think of it as block sections here. So this bird needs to move 1, 2 times to get to the pig. So we're going to move that bird twice forward to get to the pig. When you've completed that, it'll say, congratulations, you've completed puzzle 1. Now, if you want to see what the code actually looks like, if somebody would actually write it out physically, this is what it would look like. You can then continue. Up at the top here, you will see your progress for this stage. Now, you have to remember there are a lot of stages in one course, so just because you're done with one stage doesn't mean you're done with the course. You will continue and keep going. Now, with that being said, it's going to get harder and harder as you go along. Now, in the middle, in the purple area here, you will see workspace 4 out of 4 blocks. That means that I've used the correct number of blocks to create my code. So the orange counts as 1, and then I have 3 move forward for this bird. Now, if I would, for example, add another move forward, now it would not be white, it would be yellow, and it would be 5 out of 4, which means I have 1 too many. So if I need to delete one, you will notice that there's no trash can over here like the video showed. So I'm going to click and hold and drag to where the blocks are, and you'll see the trash can, and I can let go. I can then click run, and the pig is good to go. Now here's where it gets a little bit more complicated because we have to make the bird move. So we have to make the bird move how many times forward? That's right, we're going to move forward twice. So 1, 2, which is right here, and then I need him to move right, so turn right is right here, and then we need him to move forward 1 more time. And then you can click run. And we're good to go. Now, I do have one recommendation. If you are having issues getting your rights from lefts, because the bird isn't always going to be in the same position, you can turn your chair or even stand up to wherever the bird is facing to be able to figure out which way you need to turn, left or right. I had to do that when working with this because it does get a little bit more difficult. If you need help, please ask a neighbor or see if Mrs. Good can help you. And if you still have a question, then you can email me and I will show you exactly what I will be able to do to help you. So I can go back, and as your teacher, I can go to my teacher homepage and I can see all of your progress. So for example, I have all of my classes are doing grade coding today. I can go to, say, Garrett. Garrett is one of my 8th graders. I can look and see, oh, Garrett is doing a great job. He has most of his things completed. He's stage 1, 3, 4, and 6. So if Garrett's having issues on stage number 9, I can click on his stage that he's having issues in. So he could email him and say, Miss Brown, I'm having some issues on stage 6 on level 9. Could you please take a look at that for me? And of course, I'll go take a look if I am able to, and I'll see what he's doing here. So I can actually help him move along through this, and he has this repeat done. It looks correct, so I'm going to run it, and we're trying to get to the little sunflower here. And it looks like he did it correctly. So if he is having issues, and we can continue to the next one here, I do have the option to help you do your own blocks. So I can show you what you did wrong and help you out in that way. All you would have to do is email me, and we'll go from there. I hope you guys have a great day. Have fun coding. Listen to your sub, and I will see you guys the next time we have class.